other nation has ever come close to. 50,000 kilometers of high-speed rail. Read that again. 50,000. That is longer than the high-speed networks of every other country on Earth combined. And here is the part that should stop you cold. China built almost all of it in just 17 years. So how do you build the greatest railway on the planet in less time than it takes to raise a child? And what did it really cost? So where does this go? China is not slowing down. The official target is to reach 60,000 kilometers of high-speed rail by 2030. Another 10,000 kilometers on top of today's record network. The bet behind that number is simple. China is wagering that the long-term payoff, denser cities linked into single economic zones, inland regions pulled into the national economy, and a population that can move freely and fast, is worth carrying close to $1 trillion in debt to achieve. Some economists argue China has badly overbuilt, that too many lines were laid into markets that will never fill the trains, and that the debt will eventually force hard choices: higher fares, cancelled projects, or quiet bailouts. Others point out that you cannot measure a national railway purely on a balance sheet. The Beijing to Shanghai line alone is one of the most profitable railways on Earth, and the social value of moving 4 billion people a year, cleanly and on time, does not show up neatly in a profit column. Both things are true at once. China built an engineering marvel that genuinely has no equal, and it built a financial obligation that no other country would dare take on. And there is a second payoff that rarely makes the headlines. Every one of those 50,000 kilometers was built by Chinese engineers, Chinese steel, and Chinese tunneling machines. And that expertise is now an export. China is building or bidding on high-speed lines from Indonesia to the Middle East to Africa, selling the same playbook abroad. The domestic network, dead and all, was also the world's largest training ground for an industry China now dominates globally. So the balance sheet at home tells only half the story. That is the real lesson hiding inside this 50,000 kilometer number. Infrastructure on this scale is never just about steel and speed. It is a bet about the future, made in concrete, and paid for with debt. China has placed the largest such bet in human history. We are about to find out whether it pays.